Good morning from day 31. A little later start today. It's about 9:30. Temperature got down below freezing last night. One of the problems with that was, so this is a bear box, place for you to store your food so that the bears can't get it. And there's a little thing that you push in. Bears can't operate that without the opposable thumbs, apparently. Downside was that the latches were frozen this morning, so locked out of getting our food until I don't know if you can see the scuff marks on here. I had to give it a bit of a kicking to shake the ice off of it to free up the food. So was a hero this morning for kicking a bear box. But yeah, so the temperatures were low. It's so a little slower start, shake things off. The plus point is that you can see the sky, is that everything's cleared up. Looks like the weather's going to be nice. So potentially can go over Fire Scold Knob, which is again supposed to be some of the most spectacular views on the Southern AT. Could be a little dangerous with it being icy, so we'll see what it looks like when we get up there, play it by ear. But my plan, I think, is to take that and see how it goes, and then hopefully do about 14-ish miles today. But again, see what the day takes for us. But yeah, so these miles aren't going to hike themselves. You can see already a lovely blowdown blocking the trail there, so I'm going to pick my way around that and head up. There's a bit of a steep climb to start off with, and then it should be relatively cruisy until I hit that Fire Scold thing. But I'll update you when there's stuff to see. Cool. Happy hiking. And so we come to the decision point of the day. As a unwise man once said, attempting Fire Scold Peak is very much like making love to a beautiful woman. You've got to judge the signs. Last night she was an angry sky. Wet, windy, cold. Best to retreat, have a cup of Horlicks, watch Oxford United highlights on the EFL show. But today, the sun is beautiful, and so trust in your knowledge, trust in your experience. But take it slow, take it steady. You don't want to upset her. Fire Scold it is. We go this way to the exposed ridgeline. Eek. Good morning. We are on top of Fire Scold.
And it's not even morning anymore.
It's still officially morning, right? But we've hiked up, and you can see the tramley over there. There's Gadget, Sassafras, and Nutter Butter appearing out of the foliage like some mountain man. But if I pan, you can see the views that go on for days and days and days and days. The trail goes up that way. I think there's another view further on, but we've stopped for some lunch, and we came from down that way, but this is spectacular as I nearly fall off the mountain. So all the way over there, all the way over there. Amazing. Woohoo! 300 miles on the AT. That's insane. Whew. Yeah. Okay. We go on. The aforementioned bit of a climb was a little bit of a doozy. Like, not too bad, but then it comes out onto like this field, which I guess is Big Butt. And I guess we like big butts. But, whew, that was a climb. Okay, I lied. This was not Big Butt. Big Butt's in another mile. cute little pond over there that's probably filled with very unclean water. But hey, the sun is shining, I'm sweating my ass off, and the trail continues up. So yeah, sorry for misleading you. I'll show you Big Butt when we get there. I don't know if this is Big Butt, but it's got a big crack in it, so maybe it's a butt. But who knows? I think it's probably a little further on. But I find it funny. Crack. It's all been lies up to here. I'm still not at the butt, the Big Butt, but I don't want to bypass it. Let's go see this Big Butt. The Big Butt. I'm not scrambling up there. Okay, I lied. I scrambled up here. Looks like there's some stuff up here. And the views are okay. I mean, we had better up on the ridgeline earlier. As I try not to fall down this thing. But yeah, it's okay. You can see down there, I dropped my pack, scrambled up here. Yeah, would be a quite nice spot to have a bite to eat, I guess, if we hadn't already had nicer spots. But, oh well, down I crawl off of Big Butt. So, up and over Big Butt, which, as I mentioned, like a little underwhelming maybe. Yeah, I'm sure it's a lovely hike up if you hadn't done like Fire Scald or something. But the trees are, as you saw, the trees like kind of block much of the view. But it would be like a decent-ish trek up there. Just a word on the like the Blue Blaze Big Butt bypass that I showed you. It looked like that came right out by the Big Butt itself. So if you'd taken the bypass, all you really would have missed was a little bit of a rock scramble that I didn't film because it was a rock scramble and I needed to have my hands free a little bit for it. So it's a little bit of a down and then up pointlessly, which is, you know, again, most of the AT, if you ask a lot of people, a lot of pointless ups and downs, or PUDs as they're called. I might have mentioned that in a previous video, I can't remember. But, you know, again, what are we doing on the AT if not to do pointless ups and downs? So, I mean, it was fine. Just got a probably around 5 miles left to do today if it decides to stop at Flint Mountain Shelter. It looks like it's pretty much all downhill, so shouldn't be too tough. But again, see how things go. May decide to push on to shorten the time before we can get into Irwin, which at the moment looks like maybe Tuesday. But also might decide to stop because it's a gorgeous day, and putting up tents and loitering around at a nice shelter, shooting the shit with fellow hikers is a lot of the fun of this. So that might be the plan. But I'm sure I'll check in depending on who's there, if whether or not they mind being filmed, and whether or not I'm in the mood to film, camp chores and chat. But yeah, otherwise, absolutely beautiful day. Temperature is a balmy, I think they said it was into the 60s, which I think is around mid-20s. I'll double check that and confirm later, maybe, if I can be bothered. But I'm just learning. 60s is warm, I'll give you that. So been some sweating, been some soaking up of rays, after the morning chill, it's been very pleasant. So, yeah, more rambling. Again, the podcast is nothing if not soap rambling on in more ways than one. All right, bye.